So. I guess I'll do the thing that people care about most, which is the food videos, which I'm not saying that in a negative way. I love doing the food videos. There's just been a few things that have, three big things that have been, two big things and one minor thing that have been interfering with them. Minor thing's money, and you might say, why is that small? Minor? Well, with that, I want to pay for myself. I felt like shit that my parents have to keep paying for my food, and I don't like to do weird food combos that might waste food for my whole family. You know what I mean? So I need to figure that out. Um, and they're willing. Like I'll tell them, I'm like, I'd like to make something recipe for my food videos, which is funny because I don't even let them have access to my YouTube channel. I won't tell them what it is. They're like, okay, just don't waste food. But the problem is, if I make it too weird, I might waste food. I don't know, but I eat weird shit all the time. There was even the other day that I should have filmed it. My dad made barbecue chicken thighs, and I slathered the bread in mayo. Oh, what you doing, Bubba? Oh, drinking water? It's my dog. Anyways, so for the leftovers, I put mayo all over the bread and melted a giant glob of cheese, kind of ran off the side, and I wrapped it over and I stuck it on the mayo bread. And my brother just walks in. He's like, "You're eating that?" I'm like, yeah, it's like gonna be delicious. It's like, I guess if you're happy, I'm like, damn, I should have filmed that. If that's so weird to like even him who knows who I am, should have filmed that. I don't know. I have weird eating habits. I guess I should just film what I eat all the time. I don't know. But anyways, that's the minor problem, which is just, I can still get the food. But the two major problems is for the first time ever the other day, I ate a microwaved meal, and my forehead's kind of zitty, well, it's a lot zitty. But all of a sudden, it just like broke out in hives. I'm like, wait a second, this isn't zits. I went and I talked to like some of my family members, like, yeah, no, that's hives. And I take a Benadryl, and I was basically out the whole day. It was just from eating a regular Chinese frozen meal. And I looked at the back, and there weren't any different ingredients from what I usually eat. So I hope I'm not building up like an allergy to the stuff I usually eat. That's gonna be really fucking bad because I basically only eat processed food, which I know is bad. And from a health perspective, that would be good. That it would force me to stop eating the processed foods. But from a video perspective, that's really fucking bad. um, what up, bub? Oh, where's my puppies? Where's my puppies? Yes. She's like, why the fuck am I not on the bed? Aw, my little girl. She's getting old. Carl's eating again, but she's 15 and she's getting what they call doggy dementia, or she just keeps doing repetitive behaviors. Makes me sad. But anyways, the other thing is, and I will get to because I am going to title this that I have Jackass review. I will get to that. But and then the third problem with eating. Wait, what was the third problem with eating? Poop. There was a third big problem with eating. I'm too drunk to do it because I've drank this too fast. Sure, more will help, I know I'm gonna fucking turn off the video and feel like an idiot because I'll remember it immediately. It's how it always works. Well, anyways, we'll review Jackass best and last. Sorry for if I strain along for the third reason. I swear there was a third reason with my food. Anyways, Jackass best and last. It's not the best. It's the weakest, but it's still a really good send off. I have a letterbox account. It's steak grease, all one word. That's my username. Steak grease, all together. Um, it's really good. It felt like another reunion film. I feel like 3D was kind of a reunion film, and that was in 2010. And then Forever was like a reunion film, but kind of trying to maybe launch new people in case they want to do that. And Best and Last, like, yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna end it. It was pretty sad to see them like super old. Kind of made me realize my own mortality. But it is what it is. Um, I would not have put in the horrific Johnny Knoxville bull stunt that gave him a brain hemorrhage in because half of it's like best of stuff and then half it's new stuff. In the best of stuff, I would have put all of the funny bull stuff, which was like of bulls like knocking over Johnny Knoxville, which was all of it up until then. That was the only really scary one. And I get why they included it because it's what made the doctors tell him that he could never like fall again, basically. But for a best of thing, it's just kind of depressing. So, I also would have included a lot of different stunts. Like, I loved from, I think it was two, the ball pit stunt with the snakes, and they showed in the credits where they just put fucking cobras or snakes or something in a like a plastic ball pit for kids, and they just like walk around in it and look for the snakes in it until one bit Johnny Knoxville. They showed in the credits. I thought that was one of their best stunts. They didn't do it. Another great stunt that they didn't put in was from the first Jackass movie. I died laughing when Knoxville rented a car and put it in a demolition derby and then tried to return it, and the people's reaction, like from the car dealership, were so funny. Um, but it's nitpicking. There's so many good stunts in the series, and also I think they were mostly focusing on ones that they had additional footage of, so they could show new angles of. It was awesome that they freaking showed the full uncut because they've shown some small clips of it for, but the full uncut original thing of Johnny Knoxville, with a bulletproof vest. I don't know if I want to say the whole thing because I think even saying the stunt is so extreme will get my video like age restricted. That's how extreme it is. But if you know, you know. It was the original Jackass stunt, allegedly. That's what they claim it is in this, anyways. But they fought for decades to show the even clips of the thing, and they finally showed the full uncut thing. The giant warning on the bottom, Johnny Knoxville, with the bulletproof vest. It was great. It was a great time. It's the first one I actually got to see in theaters. I almost got to see Forever in theaters, but due to the fact that I couldn't drive, and I was living in a dorm in a college town with my brother, and he was super busy. We just couldn't make it work, which kind of sucks because Jackass is and Aqua Teen Hunger Force are like my two favorite things ever. So yeah, um, oh man, this video's going on, but just have to ramble. Went to the mall that I went to that had the theater with Jackass today. There was nobody else in the theater other than me and my brother. Um, Nobody else. But yeah, but the mall itself was like popping off. Like, well, I guess that's kind of a cringe term, but you know what I mean. Tons of people. I think this new what the fuck's the new Gen Alpha? There's a lot of teenagers and shit. They're really loving 2000 shit. They love them all. There's so many of them crawling everywhere. Um, we only went into like the fucking Hot Topic, which we both confused with Spencer's at first. But there's so many people at Hot Topic. There's that amazing digital circus shit that I've never watched. right front and center and all that. It was pretty cool. They had Smiling Friends plushies. I love Smiling Friends and, like Psychic Pebbles and all that, but I didn't really have the money for it right now. GameStop is mostly just trading cards now. It's really fun, weird, but it's weird that the mall was just like popping off, man. There's like just people fucking everywhere. Not just people. There were like a couple weird old like people around, but it was mostly like, well, I guess I count as a weird old person now, but it was mostly like teenagers. And it's like, are the malls making comeback? Is it just a weird anomaly in my place? I don't freaking know, man. I don't freaking know. And I still can't remember the third reason why I am having trouble eating food recipes. So that's pretty cool. In the back of my drunken mind, I kept being like, okay, you can remember. You can remember it. Can't remember. I can only remember the money issue. I don't want my parents to pay for food for my family and then waste it on extravagant things. And then I got food allergies for the first time in my life, so now I'm scared about that. I swear there was a third thing. What was the third thing? I don't know. I don't think anybody will watch this one anyways. If you do watch this one, make a comment that you watch this one, because I would actually be very impressed if anybody watched this one. I don't begrudge people for not watching this long. I love anybody that watches my video for any amount of time. It's pretty cool. But this is one of the longer ones that I've done, so I don't know. I just feel like rambling sometimes. Probably have to fucking archive this immediately and delete it off my phone, Oh, a Cool in Flames shirt from a concert, but enough of my rambling. Yeah, definitely gonna do more food videos. Jackass best in last, weakest, but still really fun good. Doing really poorly at the box office, but that's not my problem. I'm just there for the entertainment. So